Peace be upon you. I am Adam Al Electroni speaking on behalf of Atik, the owner of the experience. Because he is busy, well, there may be an expressive or grammatical error in the clip, but I hope you get the idea. Anyway, I have a very strange experience that I wanted to photograph and share with you in all its details. The idea came to me when I gained weight after the age of 30 and my sports activities decreased for a long time, which led to my weight gain and the accumulation of fat on me. So I decided to exercise almost daily to restore my activity and lose weight quickly, due to my time constraints due to mince. I looked for a natural nutritional aid that contributes to weight loss and fat dissolution. I found very effective natural drinks with moderate use and exercise, namely lemon, vinegar, cinnamon, ginger, and green tea. That's where the idea started. So I wanted to try these substances on dead animal fats and see the result. Is its result as a result of in vivo fat, or does it not affect it due to some factors, i.e. it must be in vivo fat? Also, what substances are the fastest dissolving fats? As for the fat that I will try on it, it is the fat of the camel hump. I chose it deliberately because camel fat is one of the strongest fats in terms of hardness and tolerance, and does not melt easily because God created this creature to live and adapt in the desert, meaning that its fat is stronger than human fat, maybe 2 or 3 times, and God knows best. And if one of the natural ingredients affects it by reducing its weight, it will be very effective for humans. Well, this questionnaire is to record the results. We have here 25 experiments, divided into 3 sections. The first section is the experiment of dissolving grease with only one substance, meaning that each period is separately, and the second section is the merging of 2 substances and experimenting with them. And the last section is merging 3 substances into each other and trying them. And we see the results here in these 2 boxes. This box weighed the grease before soaking it with the solution, and this box weighed it after soaking it. I know that most of those who watched did not understand this questionnaire because I wrote it to me. So I made a simple and clear electronic questionnaire, these compact materials, and this box before the operation, and this after, and then we calculate the final results. And we have 3 winning materials here. And you may wonder about the order of materials. Did you do them randomly? The answer is no, but each substance mixed with other substances in moderation, and there is no outrageous substance at all, for example. If you look at the questionnaire from the first glance, you will think that lemon is the trap, and this is not true. If we count the operations in which there are lemons, we would find them 11, and if we count vinegar, we will find them 11, as well as cinnamon. The important thing is that they are all the same number, and all of them are moderately combined. Well, I don't want to waste time. Let's start. Important note: in this experiment, you will see a number of substances used on dead fat for science and knowledge only. If you use a large amount of them, they can lead to serious health problems. Also, some of the combined materials may not be drinkable. It may be better to consult a specialist or doctor first. Take care of your health. I noticed that after soaking the fat with the ingredients, most of them became like dough. Lemon-soaked fat has become whiter, harder, and more viscous. After leaving them dry and closed for 4 days, some of them rotted and filled with fungi and bacteria. And I noticed that most of what rotted was due to two substances that are supposed to be preservatives, lemon and vinegar, and this surprised me. And perhaps the reason was that the percentage of water that I added to these two substances was not equal to them. And I also noticed that cinnamon is a preservative that prevents fat from spoiling. Unfortunately, as you can see, the results in the questionnaire indicate that I failed the experiment due to some mistakes I made, but I did not give up and tried again and corrected my mistakes. The first mistake was in the method of preparing the materials, which was random, as well as the amount of liquids in the cans. I prepared another quantity, but in precise quantities, such as the materials in the coolers weighing 20 grams and the hot water half-cooled. As for the cans in which the fats are soaked, I made the amount of each material 60 grams and 2 combined materials, each material 30 grams, and 3 combined materials, each material 20 grams, with the exception of the lemon, where I squeezed each lemon whole and limited myself to 1 material without adding water. The other mistake was that I did not provide the fertile environment that the fats need to dissolve. Fats in the living body dissolve through 3 factors: urine, sweat, and exhalation. A large percentage of fats turn into carbon dioxide and exit the body through exhalation. This means that the fat does not need to be tightly closed, because in this case it becomes like a sponge that dissolves and at the same time absorbs liquids, as we saw in the questionnaire. Some fats gain weight before. I had to leave them in the air without closing them, but there is a problem. I cannot leave the fat exposed to the air because there is a creature that loves it very much. I found a solution to that, which is to wrap it in a piece of cloth to protect it from insects, and it is also somewhat similar to the skin in the living body. Most of the combinations gave similar results in little weight loss, except for 3 combinations. The third place winner in the experiment was lemon, cinnamon, and ginger, as it lost 4 grams in weight. The second winner was lemon, vinegar, and ginger, as it lost 5 grams in weight. In first place, cinnamon and ginger lost 5 grams in weight. I made cinnamon and ginger in first place because they are only 2 substances that played the role of 3 substances, and they are also very safe for moderate drinking without excess. These 2 substances are considered an icon of alternative medicine, as they have many benefits other than weight loss. Also, the third winner, lemon, cinnamon, and ginger, is safe to use, but do not drink them excessively or in large quantities. Moderate use is necessary and should be after a meal, not on an empty stomach. Also, do not squeeze lemon on the ginger and cinnamon compound while it is hot, because if lemon is exposed to high heat, it loses some of its properties. Wait for the combination to cool, then squeeze lemon. It is better. As for second place, lemon, vinegar, and ginger, it may be safe from my humble point of view, but I do not prefer it. I searched for it in the internet. I did not find a reliable source talking about it or praising it. And there is a fourth winner, and perhaps the first, and a very important element that stimulates these compounds to work well in the body is direct sunlight. Exposure to sunlight must be moderate, and the best way is to exercise early in the day or late in the day or according to the region and climate. I want to point out something important. This is just a test on dead fat, and this does not mean that its results are accurate because these materials, when they enter the living body, do not reach the fat directly like what I did. The body has factories inside that manufacture, secrete, neutralize, and extract from the materials that enter it. For example, lemon is an acidic substance, but when it enters the human body, the body turns it into an alkaline substance, meaning that most of these materials are indispensable in our lives. Each one of them has benefits and treatments different from the other, and God knows best.
مئتان وثلاثة وستون، 264، 265، 266، 267، 268، 269، 270. أين الباقي؟ كيف ذلك؟